Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about you evolving, you changing as a person, and you becoming a higher version of yourself. Now, I'm not even sure what I'll caption this video, but ask yourself right now. I want you guys to ask this question to yourselves. Are you the same person that you were a year ago from today? Be honest with yourselves. Think about it. Really ponder this question. If you don't really know, one way you can do this is you can go a year ago in your phone, because you have messages, you have pictures, you have videos, and then ask yourself, am I the same person that I am now a year ago from today? If you said yes, there's a giant problem. Now, people will get kind of like freaked out by this, but like, oh, what about consistency? Yes, consistency. You can be the same person, but you can be growing as a person. If you find that you have the same bad habits, if you find that you have the same thought patterns, or just if who you were a year ago, keep in mind a year is 365 days. You wake up every single day of the year, and if you're not working and growing towards becoming the highest version of yourself, you're going to encounter nothing but blockages, nothing but feeling stuck, and nothing but not seeing anything new. You guys really have to be your own biggest challenger. You have to put pressure on yourself like a blacksmith makes a sword. You don't want to be a spoon. You don't want to be a dull knife. You want that pressure to make you sharp and to make you fierce. You want to be a weapon when it comes to fighting any kind of challenges, any kind of blockages. You want to be able to hack and slash through it. If you're someone with experience, if you're someone who is versatile and you adapt when it comes to time for a challenge, look at a year ago from who you were today. People don't change over the course of 10 years. I'll give you guys an example. Now, I'm going to ask you guys, how many of you went to high school? How many of you have friends from high school? Now look back, look at those friends. Pay attention, because this is going to be actually very noticeable. There's friends who have not changed at all. At all. And tell me what you think. Just think about it for a second. Just kind of ponder, okay, like, oh, I know, let's just say Joe from high school way back then, and he's the same, like, it's like as if he's frozen in time. And he is frozen in time. I'm gonna teach you a little secret. We go up or we go down. Life is kind of like, I like to view it as weight loss. We're always either gaining weight or we're always losing weight. We're never in between. We're always doing something. Same thing with a bird. If a bird is not flapping its wings, it's going down. If a plane isn't going up, it's going down. It's not saying exactly the same. It may look like it, but it's not. So same thing with us. Same thing with progress. Same thing with being human, and same thing with developing as a person. If you're someone who's stuck in time, you have to break out of it. Like, you're going to have to, I mean, if you would like to grow as a person, I'm not telling you that you have to grow. No. But this channel is for advanced spiritual learners and advanced spirituality. If you really want to advance yourself spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally, your love life, your self-love life, everything, you have to push yourself to grow. Now, let's talk about this in another example. Whoa! Didn't see that coming. Angel's trying to knock over the camera, trying to catch me off guard. But basically, okay, yes. I'm gonna hold the tripod for a second. Basically, if you're in the gym, you're gonna notice a bunch of, like, a whole different set of people. One thing you'll notice is, and by the way, when the angels when my angel tries to knock over the camera, he's trying to get me to look at the camera, because I look away a lot at the camera, away from the camera, because there's a lot of people around me and a lot of different action, but I actually encounter myself not looking at the camera very often, so he'll actually do that. And look, spam caller. Okay, there we go. Back to my topic, because the beach is a very busy and lively area, and there's a lot of just action around here that I'm always on guard. But back to the topic. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you notice when you're in the gym, you can actually notice this. If you go to the same gym for, let's say, 5 years, some of you have never been in a gym at all, but this is just an example. You've been in the gym for 5 years. You're seeing people who have not even changed, not even developed. They're going to the gym, they're doing exercises, but they're not growing. Why are they there? I mean, it's good for the mind, yes. It's a good habit, yes. But if you see people are just there because they're there, if they have the intention of coming to the gym and growing, but their workout partner doesn't want to grow, they like to talk, they like to do things, they like to just goof off, and then 5 years goes by and the person is the same exact, like they have not grown at all as a person, because this applies to every area in life. Keep in mind, everything we do just transfers over. Now, and you can actually see this. It's a little bit sad. Now, there's different circumstances because different people in the gym actually go for different reasons. But for someone who has a point of growing muscle, growing themselves and becoming stronger, if that person's goofing off every single time they're there, they're not going to grow as a person, and they're just going to waste time. And I guarantee you that person has that in every other aspect of their life because everything transfers over. Now, going back to the high school example, this video is about helping you guys grow. I'm teaching you to become a little more aware. Awareness is everything. Awareness is absolutely everything. When you're someone who is aware of the fact that you're growing or you're not growing, you're going to do so much more. You're going to achieve so much more. Every goal you ever set out to achieve, you're going to achieve it because you're aware, because you know what's going on. You know what's around you. You know what's defining you, what's becoming repetitively bad, repetitively good. Same thing with, like, just life as an algorithm. So we get more of what we're doing. What we put out even a little bit, a lot more comes back to us, whether we like it or not, whether we realize it or not. And if you're not growing as a person, you're going to have symptoms such as being stuck, feeling blocked, seeing no change, seeing your goals are not coming to fruition. Remember, when we talk to God, when we ask God to help us with our goals, we have to take action. We can't ask God to help him basically get out of bed for us. We have to do it ourselves. We are on this plane of existence to do not the work, but we have to do the action. Now, sometimes the work or the action is thinking. Yes, you can have ideas, you can have projects, but make it into reality. Once we're clear about our intentions, we grow beyond our wildest beliefs. I would like you guys to ask yourselves, and if you don't have goals, that's also a problem. That is a problem. Like I said, you're going up or you're going down. If you don't have goals, if you're not working, if you think you're staying the same, you're not. If you think I'm going to tell you right now, if you're watching my video and you think you're staying the same, you're going down. I'm going to be the first person to tell you that. I might have mean advice. I might have harsh advice. It's to help you guys grow. If you think you're the same person you are a year ago, or you're just a little bit different, then you're sinking. You have to grow. You have to put yourself, and you'll feel it when you're growing. What's the symptoms of feeling like you're growing? Constant pressure, constant like a drive, constant just feeling like you have to do something all the time. Like you cannot stay still. You have this energy about you, but you can't move. Now those are very good characteristics. Now for someone who is in number one, they act like they're number two or number three. They have this energy about them. And I hit every single goal I set out to achieve. So I can tell you guys this firsthand, and I've helped people hit every single goal they set out to achieve. It's all about putting in the effort. After you ask God in detail, make your intention very clear, pursue it, and you will have all the backings. But sometimes you're gonna be made to wait. Sometimes you're going to have a little bit of a challenge. It feels like resistance, but if you're impatient, God is gonna make you wait longer. Your guides are gonna make you wait longer. The angels are gonna make you wait longer, because patience is a virtue that you should already just have. It should be there. You should be expecting it, but not in your time. So, like, especially if you have one thing going on, if you're developing as a person in one area, do it in several areas. Just put the energy out that, yes, I'm excited for my goals. I'm going to do what it takes to help me grow. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a job. It could be a goal. It could be, maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe it doesn't matter what it is. Everything else switches over and applies to different areas. If you're someone in the gym who has been working on, let's just say, your chest. Like if you've been working on your chest and you look back a year ago and it's the same exact, you're doing the same exact weights. You're doing the same exact exercises. You're going to the same gym, using the same machines, hanging with the same people who don't work out the same that you do. Cut that out. Ask the creator, ask your angels to make it obvious. Because maybe sometimes some of you guys don't actually see what you're doing wrong. Ask for it to become obvious, and it will. It will become freakishly obvious. I remember I could not figure out, because I remember there was a point where my shoulder kept hurting because I was going too heavy on a certain machine, but I do several machines. Now, it wasn't working out for me. I was staying the same, and it was actually staying the same is actually going down. And my shoulder started to degrade a little bit, and it wasn't a major pain. It was a very tiny little minor pain, but I'm aware of everything. Being aware is the first step. You don't ignore pain. You don't ignore anything that is not right or doesn't sit right with you. So, I asked God, I asked my angels. I said, please make it freakishly obvious. And they will. If you ask for it to be obvious because you're not seeing it, it's going to become so obvious that it's ridiculous. And I was on a machine, and keep in mind I'm wearing 100,000 crystals, and the pull-up machine, even with someone who is a regular weight, of regular body size, and regular height, there's a certain pull-up machine in the gym. And as I was about to do the pull-up machine, and it's like the most inconspicuous machine because it's not relating to back at all. I mean, it's not relating to shoulders at all. I mean, now I began to do the pull-up machine, and a guy, keep in mind, when you ask for what is hurting you to become obvious and for you to be able to grow, it will. An older guy walked up to me when I was on the machine and said, "Oh, this machine! You kids are all going to have tendonitis and shoulder problems. I've never done this exercise in 40 years. This will destroy your shoulders." And he just walked away. When you ask for something to become obvious that's hurting you or not preventing you from being able to grow, it's going to be obvious. Expect it to be obvious. This is a beautiful and amazing example. I thought it was absolutely wonderful. I use this as an example all the time now. And guess what? I stopped doing that exercise. I do other exercises that help me grow. And my shoulders have increased in size, in mass, just in my other exercises, zero pain, just all gain. Because I didn't sit with the pain. I know people in the gym, because I'm just giving you different examples. Maybe the high school, maybe the gym, maybe your workplace. If you know that someone who has been at a job, and I hope this is not you guys, for 20 or 30 years, and they're just comfortable, you guys really have to put pressure on yourselves to grow. It's really sad because the same people will be flat out neglected at a job for 20 years, but they didn't have the pressure on them to grow. They didn't have the pressure. Maybe they found an excuse. It's easy to find excuses. What's also easy is doing what you really like. You have to find a different easy. So maybe doing what you like requires a little more pressure for a long term whatever. So even the people in high school I know now, even the people in high school that I know now who are in their same positions, they have not grown as people. They've went downwards. If they watch this video, I hope it helps them. Because if you don't have, and here's a good indication that you're growing, is you have people around you who are going to call you out. Not in a mean way, in a nice way. And hey, I kind of needed to hear that. That kind of made me, that kind of triggered me, but it really helped me. You want those kind of people in your life. A giant red flag is if you're around people who are like nodding at everything you say, nodding at everything you do, like, yes, keep doing nothing, keep not growing, keep going downwards. If you have people around you like that, ask the Creator, ask your angels to remove them, because they're going to block you from your growth. 10 years will go by and you're going to be the same person. That's a nightmare. And guess what? When you come back in the next life, you're going to have to pick up from this one. You're going to have to find the thought patterns and the tendencies. If you think the end of this life is it, no, we carry over. Everything carries over. This whole video is to get you guys to grow and to make you guys more aware. Be honest with yourselves. If you're not the same person you were a year ago, that's wonderful. That's great. Keep putting pressure on yourself. Keep growing. If you don't know, ask God to make it obvious, and He will. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments section. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Ciao.